Look at what it says in those verses. I've got them here. It says, look at him, look at Jesus. He will not shout or cry out or raise his voice in the street. Look at him. He's not going to shout. He's not going to cry out in public. What he's saying really is this Jesus is gentle. He's not drawing attention to himself. He's not shouting and cry out. Actually, if you know the story of Jesus and you've read some of the stories of Jesus, you know sometimes he does cry out. Sometimes he does shout. And he shouts to people who abuse their power, to people who take advantage of other people, to people who are on the upper levels of society and use that to downtrodden on other people, who don't use their power and their wealth and their abilities to help other people. To those people, Jesus does shout. He does speak very strongly. You see that in the stories of Jesus. But actually, this passage is addressed to the lost and to the bewildered, to those in pain, to those who are struggling. And to those people, it says, actually, Jesus, he doesn't shout. He's not crying out. He's not making a scene. Actually, he's really gentle, is what it's saying. Look at Jesus. He's really gentle. And what it does is we get two images here just to kind of convey a sense of Jesus and what sort of person he is. And I think that if you look at Jesus and you see what it says about him from these images, that's going to shape your tomorrow in amazing and wonderful ways. Look at what it says. The first thing he says, a bruised reed. This is in verse 3. A bruised reed he will not break. It says, imagine a bruised reed. So you take a branch or a stick or something and it's bruised, which means it's broken. You imagine it's kind of snapped, but it's not quite finished. It's very vulnerable. A bird couldn't land on it, and maybe an animal walking through the undergrowth is just going to break it, or a strong wind. It's not quite finished, but it's nearly there. And it's a bruised reed. The word bruised there, it means something that's had a death blow, a major injury. It may not look like it, but actually it's pretty much finished. Let me just tell you what that word means, bruised. It says it's a minor injury. It's not a minor injury, it's a deep injury that destroys a vital organ, i.e. it's a death blow. And it's Jesus saying, it's saying like, you've got this branch, this reed that is broken, it's had a death blow. And one of the things that happens when you're broken is actually that it's finished, that it's ruined. Once a branch is snapped, once it's broken, actually it's only a matter of time before it finishes, before it dies. That actually the life is not able to flow through the branches. It can't be producing fruit anymore. It can't be productive anymore. It's actually ruined. And one of the questions that people ask inside, and if life is hurting for you right now, you will be asking this question, which is this: is this permanent? Am I permanently broken? Am I permanently damaged? Is it actually all over, my future? Is it permanent? Am I always going to be unproductive? And what it says in the Bible passage, it says, a bruised reed he will not break. And the word there, he will not break, it means a permanent break. So let's just read that for a minute. A bruised reed, this Jesus, this gentle Jesus, who's not shouting and making a public scene, a bruised reed he will not allow to be permanently broken. This reed that is full vulnerable, this reed that could just get broken and finished at any time, this reed that's just thinking, actually, is it ruined? Is this a permanent break? It says, actually, Jesus will not allow that to happen.